This is your free pick video on the Pittsburgh Steelers Buffalo Bills game. Before we get into that, I want to let everybody know the NFL presidential address will be up in full swing next week or this week, depending on when you're listening to this video. But basically, week one, NFL will be taking apart every game on the board, top to bottom. Stay with us all year. Lots of promo codes. Every game, sides, totals, fantasy picks, survivor picks, prop bets, teasers, parlays. And it's going to be me, and me with no interruptions from people like Teddy. As well, I've got a 5% play up in week one for the NFL. Make sure to get that play. My 5% play number one at WagerTalk since December 2019. Let's get into this game. And, well, this game, I mean, this is a matchup between two teams going in the total opposite direction. I feel like the Bills are a real Super Bowl contender, and I will be amazed if Pittsburgh makes the playoffs. Pittsburgh's plus 6.5. The over and under in this game is 48.5, and I'm going to be giving you both plays. This Pittsburgh team, well, they have a really strong D, sitting at 6-5 and 2. Over the last 3 years, but their offense is a nightmare. Their running game was almost non-existent last year, sitting in exactly last place at 84 yards per game, literally 6 yards worse than the second worst team, the Houston Texans. Their entire offense was 25th in the league last year, and I honestly don't think it'll get much better this year. Sure, they have Big Ben, but there is a reason his nickname is after an immovable clock that sits across the ocean. This guy can barely move his arm. His arm's so bad right now, he couldn't open a can of mayo for a turkey sandwich if his mouth was dry. Sure, they have a few good wide receivers and a good tight end, but come on, no running back, a decrepit old quarterback, and who knows about their O-line. The Steelers have 4 new offensive linemen and a new OC with a new language to get used to, new play calling, and a new offensive plan. What does all this mean? Well, for the first game of the year, this new offense is going to start slow. Even at full throttle, even if they're playing lights out, this offense is going to be playing a dink and dunk, ball control, slow the game down to a crawl type of a game. So regardless, this team is going to be playing to the under all year, and they're going to be struggling to score. When you look at the Bills, however, we see a team that will throw first all year with weapons that can catch the ball all over the field. They have a monster of a quarterback who can run and throw and is a real gamer in the same vein as Favre, Elway, Rodgers, and, well, Big Ben many, many years ago. They are also extremely well coached. Buffalo was 3rd in the league in offense last season, 3rd in passing, and the 2nd highest scoring team in all of football behind Green Bay. Yes, they outscored Kansas City. Now, I mentioned their D is let me mention their D is good. Last year, their D was not that great. But don't forget, they were the 2nd best defensive team in the league in 2018, the 3rd best in 2019. Their biggest issue last year was their star defensive lineman sat out because of COVID. And trust me, guys, their D will be much better this year. So what should we bet in this week one matchup? Normally, I would never suggest taking the favorite and the under, but my predicted score is 27-13 Buffalo. I think with the number being around 50, 48.5, 49, or close to, that we have a big enough window to get both the favorite and the under in. Even if the score is 31-17, we are still covering both numbers. I cannot see Pitt putting up more than 17. Take the Buffalo Bills minus 6.5. Take under 48.5. And let's have a 2-0 start to these free videos. Thank you guys all for watching. Make sure to grab my 5% play. It's up at WagerTalk.com, and I'll see you on the NFL presidential address starting week one.